As the crowd leaving happy here in downtown Milwaukee. 116-101 is the final here tonight as the Bucks get back on track and snap a winning streak of the Celtics. Kyle Kuz in control here tonight. A Bucks high 31 points for Kyle Kuzma. Just great in the first and second half. Great first quarter from Bobby Portis. He follows it up with a monster third en route to 27 points and his first double-double of the season, and the first triple-double of the season for Kevin Porter Jr., fourth of his career. We were moving, we were shaking, we were winning inside Fiserv Forum as the Bucks win by a final of 116-101. Good to see the smiles back on the faces of the Milwaukee Bucks. Here at the Gruber Law Office's One Call, That's All Sports Desk. Stephen Watson inside Fiserv Forum. Tom Crean joining us here as well on Bucks Live. And Coach, the Bucks able to snap the longest winning streak in the NBA. Right now, the Boston Celtics at 5 games. It's their first loss since the end of November, and it was a second half for the ages for these Milwaukee Bucks. What made the difference for this team coming out of halftime?
Well, there were a couple of things that actually started before. At one point, the Celtics were 8-12 from 3 in this game. And from the second quarter, obviously the third quarter, they didn't make a 3. But in the fourth quarter, they held them to 5 for 17. And when you've got a team that's making 16 threes a game on average, the way they are, taking the amount of threes, it wasn't just the way they challenged the threes. It was the way they took the three-point line away. And I thought there were so many good things inside of this game. We're going to talk about Bobby. We're going to talk about Kyle. Here's another one. Early on in this game, Gary Harris was a plus 10. Gary Harris didn't score a point tonight and was a plus 26. See, those are the hidden values in a game. It's not the numbers. It's the fact that he was in there. He wasn't turning the ball over. The ball was moving. He was defending. He was making plays. He was making the next pass that might lead to the next pass for a shot. You have to have stabilizers in a game, and you got to have stars, but you got to have stabilizers. Yeah, and a guy like Gary Harris tonight was a stabilizer in this game.
Yeah, another guy I had circled as a stabilizer, Cole Anthony, 9 points for him. Absolutely. Impacting the game on both ends of the floor, mainly in that second half. And let's talk about that second half. It's our Menards big money moment as the Bucks able to outscore the Celtics 56-34. Really doing it on both ends, Coach.
They did a great job of understanding, playing high like we see right here. Cole gets to the basket. Anytime they brought 2 people up in the pick and roll, it was fantastic for the Bucks tonight. Attacking in transition, isolating inside, getting inside the paint, making the one more after the kick out. The ball was moving. I thought KPJ, who was minus 21 at half, came back and had a phenomenal second half and could have even had more. But he was so unselfish moving the ball that at times he didn't even look for his own offense. But this team got better, and it really started in the second quarter. It really did, and they carried it on and had a tremendous third quarter. They were up 26-14 in the paint at half. They outscored the Celtics 14-4 in the third quarter. I thought that had a lot to do with it, too, because not only could the Celtics not get their threes, they couldn't get in the paint.
Yeah, I always love your perspective, Coach, and the things that you notice. You had a good energy coming into this show. You felt good about where this team was at. And
absolutely.
We saw the rewards of that here tonight against the Celtics. Well, let's go courtside. Melanie Rick standing by with the 2 stars of the night, combining for 58 points, Kyle Kuzma and Bobby Portis.
Guys, congratulations on the win. Kuz, arguably your best game yet as a Buck. You guys talked about the spirit of the team going into this week. Can you talk about the mindset shift that you needed to have going into this game?
Yeah, well, I just think, as a team, we've been playing a little bit soft. I think we got that message, came back after, 5-day break, had some nice practices, and really we just started playing harder. And we showed it tonight and got the job done. So.
Well, and something that we talked about was making sure that you stopped that Boston offense. Your defense was superb tonight. That being said, you limited them to just 1 3 in the second half. What was it that really got that defense going after 2 quarters?
I mean, that was huge. I think that was the biggest point. They're one of the best teams at shooting the ball to great threes, and that's really how they get their offense and generate it. And for us, we just, try to run guys off and just play on the string, So.
Big Bob. This crowd, I mean, there they go. It's clear that you feed off of their energy, but you're also the one that gives them energy. Can you speak to the spirit that you had with your teammates tonight?
Man, just most importantly, over the last couple of days, we've just been grinding in the gym, just trying to keep getting better, keep trending in the right direction. We know it's a long season. Obviously, today was game 26. We got 50-odd some games to turn it around. So I think our main focus was just trying to come together, be the best we can be, and everybody just play hard. One of our biggest emphasis all week was playing hard, giving more energy and effort. So I think we did that tonight.
Not including this noise right here, but how do you shut out the noise when you guys are going through the highs and the lows of the season, and how do you continue to move forward?
Just part of being a pro. You know, it's going to be highs and lows each season. You know, adversity is going to strike again at some point in the season, and I'm happy that our adversity happened early on in the season where there's so much room for us to grow, so much room for us to get better, and I'm looking forward to what's ahead.
Thanks, guys. Congrats on the win.
Season highs for both Kyle Kuzma and Bobby Portis. Let's start with BP, Coach. 27 points, 10 rebounds, his first double-double this year. Bobby had it going tonight.
He sure did. He saw it going early. He was making his threes. Look at it. He's on balance, ready to shoot, following through. I've said this many times. When he misses, he's short. It's because he fades back. There was none of that tonight. The turnaround is lethal when he can create a little contact in space. Should have been a double technical in that situation if they're going to call one. But Bobby was on balance. His demeanor was excellent. He was rebounding the ball. I think the 10 rebounds was huge. And again, he wanted the ball. But here's the thing. You can want the ball and you can force a shot. He wanted the ball and he played to what the defense was giving him when he got into the post. And again, he was moving without the ball. The ball was moving. He was a product of the ball finding energy. And he was the one that that had the energy that it found.
Yeah, and it's always good when Bobby has energy inside this building, as you heard the chants many times there,
Sure.
The fans behind Melanie Riggs. The efficiency really standing out for these two. They combined to shoot 80% from the floor. Kyle Kuzma, 31 points, most he's had as a Buck, Coach.
Well, it was fantastic. He was not hunting threes at all. He was attacking the rim. He's playing with such quickness. He can hit you. He can drive the ball both ways, which is really underestimated. This is a great drive. You can say, well, he's going against Peyton Pritchard. He got lower than Pritchard. He attacked in transition. Phenomenal job of attacking people's bodies and then getting by them. And I thought that three was nice. He was an efficient player. I've said this earlier. He's diversified his game at such a high level, and it's really coming to fruition in Milwaukee.
Yeah, Coach, I'm glad you brought that up, because that's what comes to mind to me about Kuzma. Is he's kind of been a chameleon this year, the way that he's embraced his role off the bench. But tonight he showed, hey, I can still put up 31 in a game. I mean, how unique is it to have that level of play from a guy who can really do it on the bench and at the starter position?
Well, I think he's finally, and I said this earlier too, he's not trying to prove he can play. He's not in an environment where he's got to figure out, how do I stay in this, and how do I fit in with this guy or that guy? No, he's playing the way he can play. He's improved. He knows he can play now. Now, maybe he always did, but I still think there was a tinge of, I have to prove how good I am. And everybody goes through that. It doesn't matter if you're in college. Doesn't matter if you're in the NBA. You go through a period where you're trying to prove you can play versus knowing you can play. And when you watch Kyle Kuzma right now, there is a ton of confidence that he has earned the right to have. You can see it.
Yeah, it's a great point. It's also important to remember this guy was traded at the deadline, and he's played 26 games now this season. And he hasn't played an entire season yet as a Buck, and we're seeing some of the best from Kyle Kuzma right now. We've got much more to come here on Bucks Live, presented by Freighter and the Medical